Ahead on DC News Now at 4, the Fairfax County Police Department releasing video footage from an officer-involved shooting. What officials are saying about the incident. The tributes continue to pour in across the country, honoring icon Dolly Parton.
You know, I think there's a famous line that, we don't mourn artists because we knew them, but we mourn them because they helped us know ourselves.
We take a look at how the nation and the world is mourning the Queen of Country.
Individual consumers, homeowners like you and me, should feel threatened.
As communities fight against data center construction, it's not just power bills they should worry about. And feeling sticky outside again with storms on the way. Meteorologist Damon Matson is breaking it all down.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Joining us for DC News Now at 4, I'm Mark Hall. New today, the Fairfax County Police Department releasing video footage from a non-fatal officer-involved shooting last month. It happened in a wooded area in Annandale. Police said while searching for the suspect jumped out from a brush, grabbed the officer's gun. That officer then fired. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone joins us live in Fairfax County. Marielle, you've seen the body-worn camera footage. Are officials calling this a justified shooting?
Yeah, Mark, the police chief here, Kevin Davis, says that this was within policy and a lawful shooting. Now, officers were called to a home in Annandale for a domestic violence related incident, and they were told that the suspect was armed. We do want to warn you, the video you're about to see could be disturbing to some.
Get it?
So that video that you saw right now was the suspect, 26-year-old Nehemiah Fuentes Benegas, jumping out at the officer and grabbing his gun. According to police, officers were called to the 700 block of Sutter Lane in Annandale back on July 28th, again for a domestic violence incident. They were told that the suspect was armed with 2 knives, that he had threatened his wife and stabbed himself before leaving his home. Police set up a search perimeter where they believed that he had fled to, and as officers searched, Fuentes Benegas jumped out, grabbed the officer's gun. That officer fired the bullet, grazing the suspect's upper arm, while a second officer deployed a taser twice. Police Chief Kevin Davis tells us that this was an intentional and lawful discharge of a firearm.
It's an absolute deadly force scenario, if not for the fact that he took his non-gun hand, his left hand, and put it on his own gun in an effort to wrestle his gun back away from our suspect. That gun could have been in the possession of this suspect in a microsecond.
Now, again, officers did believe that the suspect was armed at the time. They didn't learn until after the incident that the suspect had actually tossed those knives. Those knives were located later after this incident wrapped up. Reporting live in Fairfax, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
People across the country mourning country music icon Dolly Parton. She died yesterday at the age of 80 after a brief battle with cancer. Tributes continue pouring in from all across the country. In New York City, the Empire State Building sparkled in brilliant pink for 8 hours last night, a nod to her hit single Hollywood film 9 to 5. On the other side of the country, flowers decorated both of her stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The icon, no stranger to Tinseltown. Over the course of her career, she earned 55 Grammy nominations, winning 10 and a Lifetime Achievement Award. She also took home an Emmy along with countless other honors in Nashville, where the country singer carved out her own place in history on the Grand Ole Opry stage at the age of just 13. Fans gathered at the Country Music Hall of Fame to pay their respects, leaving a heartfelt messages for a woman who meant so much to music, to Tennessee, and to the world. Across the pond, also paying tribute to Dolly Parton's legacy, Buckingham Palace's famed guards are honoring the Queen of Country. The guards played Dolly Parton's hit 9 to 5 outside the palace. Take a listen. And the UK Ministry of Defense called it a special tribute to Parton. Google also paying tribute to Dolly Parton. If you type Dolly Parton into Google's search bar, this animated pop-up will appear with butterflies and the message that reads, "We'll always love you." Butterflies held special meanings to Dolly Parton throughout her life. In the 1970s, she wrote and recorded "Love is Like a Butterfly," which became a big hit early in her career. And for more on reaction from across the globe and here in our region, how you can pay tribute to Dolly Parton in the DMV, you can visit our website at dcnewsnow.com. It is 4:05. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with the first look at our forecast. Damon, you and I were talking earlier. Sunday was beautiful. Monday was beautiful. Tuesday, another gorgeous day. But like we said earlier, all good things come to an end.
We've been on a good streak, Mark, to put it that way. What a stretch we've had here for late August standards. And yeah, we'll be seeing some changes as we move on into the second half of the week. We're already feeling it a little bit out there today. We're dialing up those temperatures and we're dialing up the humidity as well. We're seeing pretty much 80s across the board for the first time in days. Now, D.C., not bad. The last couple of days, our high temp has been 85. We're just around that. I would not be surprised, though, if we dial this up just a little bit more. But as you drift south, Waldorf, Fredericksburg, two areas that usually get that added bit of heat, are dialing up to the upper 80s as we go through the back half of the afternoon here. So just be prepared for more of those hot temperatures, and that humidity will linger as cloud cover starts to build. As we head into the overnight hours now, we're going to start to notice that cloud cover before any rainfall starts to nudge in. There will finally be a front knocking on our door tomorrow, and that's when we'll see the bulk of some wet and stormy weather. And an update as we've gone throughout the day here, unfortunately, that chance for a few severe storms continues to increase. We now have a level 2 risk for severe storms from D.C. northward, primarily across north central Maryland. The bulk of the severe weather should just miss us to the north in Pennsylvania and New York, but still, we're going to have to keep an eye to the sky on Thursday. We'll talk about the timing of when we should be ready for these thunderstorms to roll through, coming up in your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. DC News Now continues to be your local election headquarters. A Maryland judge blocking a proposed constitutional amendment from appearing on the November ballot. The measure could have cleared the way for Democrats to redraw congressional districts before the 2028 election. The judge says that lawmakers missed a deadline for preparing ballot summaries. The ruling is on hold while Democrats appeal. Now, Democrats also currently hold 7 of Maryland's 8 congressional House seats. Well, Governor Wes Moore's office responding to the decision, saying, part, we respectfully disagree with the circuit court's decision and have already filed our appeal to the Maryland Supreme Court at a moment when states across the country are manipulating congressional maps to silence voters and undermine fair representation. Maryland cannot afford to sit on our hands. We believe that Maryland voters deserve the opportunity to make their voices heard, and we will continue fighting to ensure they can. Well, district leaders meeting to debrief on the June primary elections. This past primary was the first one in the district to use ranked choice voting. City officials looking at what could have gone better and how to prepare for the midterms in November. Leaders breaking down the process on Election Day.
And they are able to identify you in the system, determine what type of voter you are. In a primary, they would determine which ballot style you get based on the political party. They will also determine if you are a citizen or non-citizen voter, where you would get a ballot with federal contest or just a ballot with local contest.
Election Day for the midterms, Tuesday, November 3rd. Well, 3 Secret Service officials are now on leave for potential misconduct. According to the source close to the situation, all 3 of the officials work in the communications branch of the agency. They have lost access to their work devices and security clearances pending the probe. The Secret Service sent a statement confirming that the 3 officials on leave, but the exact nature of the alleged misconduct is not clear. And you take a look at this, you can see the work being done at the reflecting pool. Well, earlier this summer, Trump administration hired a contractor to put new sealant at the bottom. But days after the work was completed and the pool filled with water, algae grew quickly in the pool And on the right side of the screen, you can see the sign posted outside of the pool. Now, the administration is saying that vandals are to blame for the pool's issues. The sign also accusing previous administrations of neglecting the landmark. Well, Meta has reached a nearly $18 billion settlement to end a landmark lawsuit. The deal announced today resolves claims from 29 states, including right here in the DMV. Now, those companies' platforms like Facebook and Instagram harmed young people's mental health. Well, the deal comes just over a week after a trial began in California. Under the agreement, Meta's payment will fund youth online safety initiatives in participating states. Meta does not admit to any wrongdoing as part of the settlement. And Virginia Attorney General Jay Jones providing more details on the settlement. Under the terms of the settlement, Virginia will receive a guaranteed $353 million. Jones's office also says that Meta is also required to implement a combined daily 2-hour time limit for kids, and children's access will be restricted from midnight to 6 a.m. Then there will also not be any push for notifications on weekdays during school hours.
This will do a much better job of getting our children off of these platforms, back to doing what they're supposed to be doing, giving parents more control, and making sure that we're setting our kids up for success.
Jones does note the agreement is still subject to the approval of a court in California. Well, Prince George's County school buses faced more problems today, just days into the new school year. Now, they're also apologizing for transportation problems that impacted 10,000 students as school began. The district says that the vast majority of its more than 1,100 buses operated, but some students did not have routes or waited too long. PGCPS blames issues with its new Chipmunk system and routing problems. The district says that it's adding resources, correcting routes, and working to fix the problems. Well, new today, merchandise bearing the old Washington Redskins name and logo is now on store shelves at Northwest Stadium in Landover. 3 new T-shirts honoring Washington football legends Art Monk, Dale Green, and Sean Taylor are on sale, bearing the team's former name and logo. The team retired the Redskins moniker back in 2020, and it hasn't been used much, if at all. An official merchandise since. Fans we caught up with at the team store saying today that they're excited to get their hands on the new gear, saying that they were emotional seeing the old logo again.
It means a lot to be able to see the old logo back, even if, you know, they don't fully change the name back to this. It brings back a lot of cool memories for me. It got a little emotional in there, going in there seeing it, you know, because it brought back, this is what I'm a fan of, you know. I'm a fan of the Commanders too, because that's our team name now, but going back in there and seeing that, it made me realize, oh, this is what I'm a fan of. This is what I miss.
Well, we reached out to the Commanders about the decision to use the old name and logo. They tell us that when they recognize former players, they want merchandise to authentically represent the era that those players played in. And they also tell us that using the old logo helps them maintain their trademarks. Still ahead on DC News Now at 4. For the first time, we're getting a behind-the-scenes look at the construction to rebuild the Francis Scott Key Bridge after it collapsed. Also, they're rivals on the field, but not today. The Commanders and Ravens are getting together for a joint practice ahead of the new season. And ahead at 4:30, as communities fight data center construction, it's not just power bills that should worry about, but when those data centers abruptly disconnect from the power grid. We're going to break it all down.